Okay, so for the final thing that we're going to be covering in the Autopilot deployment is the tenant lockdown. Now, this step is not a requirement, and hence why we did not cover it in the previous steps. This is only if your customer has asked you to lock down the device to a specific tenant. This is really important, again, for security reasons, because it will, if you do enable this policy, what will happen is that the device will be blocked to only users who have an account in that particular tenant. So no other users can come on with their own separate accounts or their local accounts. It will all be blocked, and no matter how many times you reflash the device, it will still stay locked down to that tenant. Now, this policy can be reversed, and here's a step-by-step process on how you can reverse it. But for now, we're going to see how we can create it. So we need to go into our Intune portal. Then we're going to go to devices. Then we're going to go to a section where the configuration profiles are. And here we're going to create a new profile. Now, this needs to be a custom configuration profile. So we're going to then click on Windows 10. The profile type, just click on templates, and you're going to see here the custom one. We click on that one. And here we're just going to put a one that says Tenant Lockdown. You can, again, feel free to write a description if you like to. For the configuration settings, we're going to click on Add. And here, feel free to put again Tenant Lockdown. Don't need a description. And the OMA URI setting is, you can find it here in the documentation. So we're just going to copy that. And we're gonna paste it right here, and then make sure that the value here is Boolean and that we want it to be true. Then we're gonna click on save. Then we can go to the next part, and here we need to assign it to a group, and we are gonna assign it to the group which we created for, which is Autopilot demo. Select there. As you can see, it's been added. We can go to the next one, and here we need to say to what rule we want this configuration policy to follow. So we're going to say assign profile if the OS edition is a Windows 10 holographic. And then I'm going to click next. You can review what we set. Everything looks okay. Then we click on create, and the profile has now been created, as we can see here in the message that we got. And now this configuration policy is going to be applied to the HoloLens when Autopilot starts, and it's going to be downloaded as well with any other configuration policies that you like. So if you want to apply other restrictions or policies, you can come back into here, the configuration profiles, and here you can create kiosk mode if you want to, or you can limit Wi-Fi or set anything for VPNs, proxies, all those type of things. We're not going to cover those in this video, as there will be a separate video covering configuration profiles. If you have any specific questions regarding Tenant Lockdown, please leave those questions in the chats and in the video description. And again, whenever you like to unblock this, make sure you follow these step-by-steps. It's pretty straightforward, and you will have to pretty much remove it from the group and create another customized configuration profile, and where you assign it to false, assign it to the group, and then you sync it and it should be okay. So let us know how it goes.